And the microphone is on, hopefully. It is. I see the meter moving. So great. Hey, welcome everyone. Glad to have you all on board today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. Thank you for popping in and being here, you guys. This is awesome. It is Friday, July the 8th, and in some places in Europe it's already the 9th, so that's pretty cool. Gonna run through things real quick. First off, welcome to our moderators. We do have Arizona Snowman and C&D Boy already in the chat. I'm sure Piggy will be along soon, as well as Lucas Snow, possibly, and Joseph Fields Official, plus whoever else is hiding in the background, possibly Gary 24/7, AZ Skies, or we might even have others. We got lots of moderators, so I'm not a worry. Anyway, glad to have everyone on board today. Tom Dice was the first one in, so he gets cookies. And there you go, Tom. And of course, that is awesome. And always I do like having people pop in right off the bat there. It makes things a little bit more interesting. And I'm hoping that you guys really do like my little pre-show thing when I'm showing this, just the old footage here. I'm hoping that's okay. I mean, I could start with nothing and just turn it on a minute beforehand and go from there, but I keep thinking, hey, you know, you want to see a little bit of lava. So anyway, I'm glad to have everyone here. We'll go through and say hi to everyone, and then we will deal with a couple of other things there that are on today's agenda, I guess, for lack of better words. It's good. A thumbs up. Thanks, Gura. And oh, cool. So welcome to everyone. And I'm going to start out with saying hi to Wonky Donkey. I mean, Trevor T. And Scott Hartman. And Sue Hayes. And Gura. And Kevin Haynes, Spooky, Sophie is here, John Raper made it in, Kate made it back as well, Kevin is here, Sasha, welcome, Grandma B is here as well, welcome Grandma B, Henry Nelson in the house as well, and King Colin Deadman. My chat seems to be stalling. Hello everyone. Okay, maybe turn your crown just a little bit. Sophie says thanks for the dance doc. Okay, all right. I'm not sure why my screen is doing what it's doing there. That looked kind of weird. Let's back that up just a little bit and put it back to there. Okay, keep going here. I got Scott Hartman, got Trev T, got Gura, Grandma B. All right, going up the list. And Irish Monk is back. Very good to see you, Irish Monk, and glad that you are doing okay and back at it. And thank you kindly for that €2 super chat right off the bat there. That was very kind of you. Hope you're faring better. So that's good. Going up the list here a little bit more, I see Perfectability 999, Brian, welcome. John, yeah, I got John Raper already. Sophie, we got going up. We got Sue, and going up the list here, trying to find who else was in. I know Linda was here, and she said she's going to the lounge, so she's probably there doing her thing. We got Sasha, we got Scott. Okay, I'm going up some more here to see who else popped in. Let's see. Just scrolling up, and trying to make sure I don't miss too many names. Let's see. We got that Irish Monk. Grizzly is in the house. Welcome, Grizzly. Glad to have you on board, and going up some more to see who else snuck in and grabbed the lava cookie and went right to the lounge and didn't say anything. It happens, you guys. It happens. Lots of you doing that, and I'm glad that you enjoy them. All right. I'm up as high as I can go there on the list, and that is all right. And Gura, you didn't need to do that, but thank you, Gura. And of course, Gura is got a birthday today, since it is officially the 2nd over there. Thank you kindly for that super chat, Gura. And just to show you how nice of a guy I am, I'm going to actually stop this here for a second, and hang on if my computer will catch up. And since it is Gura's 26th birthday, and you only ever have one of those, even though you use those numbers a couple of times, when you get 62 you'll use those numbers again, but for right now you are only using them for the first time, and it is all cool. But since it is your birthday, Daryl R is here as well. Welcome. Since it is your birthday, Gura, we did this up for you, and we hope that you have a wonderful day, and that everything keeps going. And I'm trying to find where that song is. Darn it. Nope, that's not that. I'm looking for a song, looking for music here on this silly thing. All right. There it is. I don't know if that turned on at the beginning or not. I might have messed that up. But that is your happy birthday song there, Gura. So I hope that you enjoy your day and everything goes well. I'm not sure if I've got that music up too loud. Boy, that was a little bit loud. Okay, let me turn that back down. I think it was supposed to be quieter sounding in the background, like that. All right. Anyway, very happy birthday to you, Gura, and we hope that you have many, many more that will be just wonderful for you. And like I said, remember, you can use those numbers a couple of times, but right now you're putting in as 26. When you get back to it later on, and please remember, when you turn 62, remember this day, okay? This is important for you. Remember this day, that when you were 26, this is what you were doing. So this would be pretty awesome. And One Fish brought up some lottery numbers there. Those are your lucky lottery numbers, Gura. You can actually bring that up yourself if you want to give it a whirl. So anyway, that is awesome. And happy birthday, Gura. Hopefully you will have many, many more. All right, we will leave it there, and that should be good. And a happy birthday. All right, we'll get rid of that and carry on with everything else. So, what? One's is, yeah. What? Oh, 10/26 is a special birthday. Okay, Irish Monk. I wouldn't know. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still working in the 300s. So, never mind, you guys. Anyway, hope you have an excellent birthday, Gura. And we'll go off of that page. And I thought it was nice to be able to throw that in there for you. So, real cool. Anyway, let's get on to volcano stuff. And it being a Friday night, you know, we got all kinds of things, and you'd think the volcanoes would cooperate with us, but no, they don't want to do anything for us. So instead, we've got like aliens and things going on, and we'll see what happens. By the way, has anyone seen OFU Lux? I didn't see him come in here yet tonight. Yeah, I think he was. He might still be out busy flying around in his UFO, and I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out if that was him. I wanted a response from him, but I'm going to show you. Of course, right now you see Sicily weather on the screen here, showing where Etna should be, and it being a nighttime scene. Unfortunately, we can't get to anything there. So what I did do is I did record some of the happenings of today, and we'll look at one of these, and I made them into time lapses again. So this is the first one. It looks pretty cool. You see a lot of the smoke and everything is headed pretty much, well, smoke and clouds headed pretty much towards the camera. And remember yesterday down on that hill down in the front, and we had a fire on the left hand side. Keep an eye over on the right hand side this time around, and you'll start seeing smoke coming up, and it's pretty freaky. But it wasn't as big as the one on the left side from yesterday. Anyway, just have a peek at that for a second. Give me a sec here. Okay, there we go. And there you can start seeing some of that smoke popping up, and that is kind of interesting. I'm just wondering if, you know, I can't see it being wildfire. Somebody's got to be lighting a match there or something. But you can see it down in the right-hand side. I don't have my whiteboard working here. Hang on. Copy, remove, paste, and let's see if that'll work. Yeah, right down there. You see that smoke pluming up. So, pretty weird that we'd have a fire so close from one side to the other. And I guess people are trying to, yay, crayons, trying to burn things out or something. I have no idea. Anyway, that did flow, and that's pretty neat to see that. Anyway, since we showed that one, and now comes the other one, and for those who are squeamish and don't like UFOs, please watch. No, I'm kidding. There's no UFOs involved here. Just a bunch of bright lights in the sky. You be the judge. And I'm gonna just snicker and smirk in the background here, and here we go. And yeah, they're scanning. They're doing scans of Mount Etna, and that's what it looks like. It looked pretty darn good. I thought it was neat anyway, and it's just the sun going down as the thing's doing its thing, but it really did look like somebody was scanning the area, and it kind of looked freaky. But I thought, hey, aliens are coming. I'm sure they're already here. We're the aliens. Anyway, the clouds here are pretty ominous looking, and you can see how they are coming in. They're moving in one direction on one side, and in the foreground here, they moved the other direction. And I thought that was pretty cool. It was just a short clip, you guys, so I don't know, we can play it again here if you want. Because I kind of like the idea of aliens scanning us. It looked pretty neat. There we go, letting it run. And by the way, you take a look down on the bottom front there where that fire was. It was still smoking pretty good at that point in time as well. But yeah, these clouds are moving pretty hard, pretty fast, and doing their thing. John Raper, durdum. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that was kind of it. Didn't get any updates on anything that's happening at Etna, but in this particular scene, you do see the plume in the back there really does look orangey red. Two things doing that. One, the sunlight, and of course, the second one is that one is high in iron content, so there'll be iron particulates in there, and of course, and that's going to cause it to kind of glow orange. And that's basically all I've got for Sicily for right now. Everything else is pretty quiet and not too much to talk about there. So let's get over to our next one. And speaking of different colors, here's one, and that is pretty awesome. I bet you we have a real nice sunset in Reykjavik. Oh, hang on, they're buffering. Oh, darn it, and I was going to look for a sunset. Okay, I'll put it back on here. Anyway, that is our wonderful... Oh, that's not even live. There we go, it's live now. All right, that is our wonderful Ragnar there. I'm not seeing as much heat coming out. I don't see pluming. Mind you, it might be warmer there, so we're seeing less. But we do still see some, and some smoke or off-gassing. It definitely is continuing to show that it is still in a fumarole state, doing weird things. Yeah, that sky is pretty awesome looking, and usually you'd think that, you know, it'd be like SO2 galore up there if that's what it looked like. Oh, I want to see if we get that. Yeah, the sunset isn't as pretty over in the capital city as what we are seeing over there at Ragnar itself. So Ragnar looking pretty darn fine, and if we go back about 5 hours, 5.5 hours, something like that, just to check it out there, it's a little bit more visible. We do have the off-gassing still showing, heat rising right in that area, and kind of neat. Let's see, did we have a picture from the stills? No, I didn't actually even fix that up. Why? Never mind. I will get that in a minute and see if that turned out or not. But that didn't look too bad. Yeah, that camera is not the greatest sitting in the clouds, but valley, and of course our wonderful Ragnar is hiding up here, and that's kind of what we're seeing. The flows that went in from Geldingadalur and from southern or upper Meridalier into Notthagi Valley here, and the berm is over there, and that's what stopped the flow. Well, you may not be able to see the berm. Hang on. Well, the area, the berm would be over here, and that's kind of it. Anyway, let's not bore you to death. I'll put it back on live since it is a nice looking scene, and there it is. Let's pop over and have a look at the harmonic tremor chart and see where it is for today. And this is what we've got right now. I am going to refresh it because I always like having the latest rather than something that happened too long ago. Anyway, we do see a downward trend on everything. We do see a big spike here with a smaller spike right beside it. So we have two quakes in close proximity, and they should be around somewhere. We'll have a look, but we also had some smaller quakes showing up in here as well, but definitely on a massive downward slide, unfortunately, and it is what it is. The way you say things, why, thank you, Sophie. I don't know what I said, but okay. I'll leave it. I'll work with it. I'll work with it. Anyway, going down, there's Grindavik, and we do see that we had a quake there, and then this is awful short. So both of those quakes did show up in this chart, but they are nowhere near as tall. And that would indicate that it would be closer to Ragnar than it is to the Grindavik sensor. So we will slide back up, but just to see, and this is on a downward trend as well, and a little bit more activity down here in comparison to what we've seen at Ragnar. Sliding back up, and we'll get to, there it is. Right there. All right, so yeah, this is that block I was talking about. The other one seemed to be a little fuller than that, indicating more activity. And there we go. Hit number 43. Thank you, Joss Dean, and welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Paul Williams also here. Good to see you. Sharon Stewart also popped in. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. I'm just trying to see who else snuck in here. Anyone? DJ Puff the Third. Welcome, or welcome back. And we are looking to see who else. We got Paul Williams. Yep. All right. I think I got everybody for now. If I did miss your name, I will get you. And Tetra is in the house. Welcome, Tetra. And what? DJ Puff the Third. Why are you giving me the evil eye? We seen you, and we also seen Tetra. And there were others here that have already taken off. So anyway, let's pop over to the earthquake maps. We'll have a peek and see where those shakers were that caused that big spike, and we will go from there. Let me find my map. There it is. And of course, looking at it, we right away we see something fairly close and a reasonable size. Not big, but reasonable size. Anyway, I'm going to slide all the way up to the top of Iceland, first north end, and we're going to just have a quick peek and see what we've got up here. This one from yesterday at 1848, 1.5, that was 8 kilometers plus down. And what else we got up here? 1.0, and that guy is from yesterday as well at 2009, and that is 5.2 kilometers down. Looking over here in the Asja area, I really don't see too much there at all according to this chart. We will take a look at the other one right away. And going out here, Bardabunga, Grimsvatn, nothing. Looking down here at Katla and Hekla, not seeing a heck of a lot there either. Hekla, heck of a lot. No punnies today. It's Friday. Let's zoom in here on this 1.0 from yesterday as well, 1858, 7.3 kilometers down. And let's see, what else we got in the area. We've got a 1.6 right here, and let's have a look and see where that is at. That is from today, and that was from 3:46 a.m., 5.5 kilometers down, 1.6 in magnitude, sliding over a little bit. And of course, for those who are not familiar, this is the Reykjanes Peninsula, Reykjavik, and the capital city. And of course, here's Keflavik Airport, and Keflavik, Reykjanesbær, Jarvik, and a few other areas over there. Not going to get into all of them. And that is the Blue Lagoon and the power plant, and of course the town of Grindavik. So let's go have a quick peek at some of the earthquakes. Since we're right here already, we'll take a look at these guys. 1.4 from yesterday at 23:57. I'm not going to worry about him. This is from today, 24 minutes after midnight, 4.6 kilometers down, and it is a 1.6 magnitude. The 1.5 magnitude, 19 minutes after midnight, and 4.4 kilometers down as well, or in that general area. Nothing to get anyone scared, so that is actually really good. And then we see a couple more out here where we have that big long chain of old fissures or old vents that at one point in time did erupt. Anyway, 5:43 a.m. For that 1.0, and it was 4.1 kilometers down. The other one is 5:43, 5.2 kilometers down, 1.0 as well. Trev T says, oh, just remembered the lava truck is in Sicily and had to start up and preheat. It does smoke a bit, so be the new lava truck making the smoke. Ah, okay. Why are you in Italy with it? And welcome, Storm Chaser 1211. Glad to have you on board. Kathy is also here. Welcome, Kathy. Who else snuck in? I think we're good for right now. Vegas Woman 702. Welcome back. And did I miss anyone else here? I think we're just him. Just him retracted whatever he had said. Welcome. And all right, I think we're good for now, name-wise. Anyway, that's what we've seen there. Those two 1.0s. Then we slide over into our favorite area, Philadelphia. And looking here in Galdingadarler, this is where Ragnar is located. And I wish they would update the map. That would be really sweet. But that is where it is. And we did have a 1.0. Not too far away to the north. That was from 3:12 a.m., 5.4 kilometers down, and again a 1.0 magnitude. Again, we're going to check the other map and have a look at it as well. And then we get over here a little bit more, and we see some quakes that are fairly close that could have put in that big spike. This one right here, 2.6, is probably the big one, and that was at 7:08. And no, that is not the big one, because the big one was somewhere just after noon. So that one was not seen as much by our Ragnar sensor. But that is a 2.6. It is 5.5 kilometers down, and then we got a 1.4 right beside it from yesterday, 21:20, 5 kilometers down. I'm going to go back to these in a second here. I want to go up here and locate that other one. Where is it? There it is, 1.1. And let's have a look at this one. This one is probably more idealistic at that time that we seen that big spike. And 1.1 in magnitude, 1803 was the time on it, and 4.8 kilometers down. So it could have been that guy that set us off. And looking for others, okay, where did the other ones go? We do have that 2.0 here. Let's take a look at when that happened. That was in the morning at 3:50 a.m. and 5 kilometers down. 5-minute warning. Thank you, Peggy, and welcome. And glad you're grabbing your crayons. I haven't got your cart ready yet. Didn't know where you were. Anyway, we'll get that later, I promise. Let's take a look at these other ones down here by the hot springs, and we'll have a quick peek. This guy is 6 kilometers down, 1.1 in magnitude, 7:10 a.m. The next one, 1.0, happened yesterday, 1750, 6 kilometers down. And then we have this other 1.1, also from yesterday, 2138 at 6.2 kilometers depth and 1.1 in magnitude. So that gives you a pretty good view of what we've got there. And I don't know what really set the sensor off. Might have been these guys over here, but I don't think they came at the right time. So that's not the right time. Neither was this one, I don't think. No, that was yesterday. Makes you wonder, a little bit weirdish. Let's zoom out a little bit. Not seeing anything out on the Rikens Ridge out here at all, and that is kind of a surprise. You'd think you'd see one or two little ones afterwards. All right, back to this map here, and we're going to have a real quick look in our Ragnar area, and here is possibly what could have set it off. This guy, maybe, no, 6:22 a.m. For that 0.23, nope, 6:22 for this 0.67, 3.4 kilometers down, wasn't that. We do have these at the end of there's our fissures, there's Ragnar down on the bottom, and these are all below 1, and they may have set us off. There we go. That would be right place, right magnitude, and right time. So 12:44, 0.89, and 5.7 kilometers down. Nice to see that. And then we have that 1.0 there, and that was 9:12. That might have been that earlier one that we seen. And then we have this other one. This one was 9:08, 0.84, 4.6 kilometers down. And then this guy, this would have been in conjunction with that, very close in time, 12:46, 0.85, and 6.1 kilometers down. So that is the mystery solved. That's where our earthquakes came from, or our spikes on the chart. But it is nice to see that we have a little tiny swarm right there at the northern end of our fissure area, and hopefully we will do our thing. Piggy, we already celebrated Gura's birthday. You might have missed that, and we did that earlier. Anyway, we do see everything there. And then, of course, they show the bigger ones here, the 5.6, or pardon me, 2.6, or 2.59 is what they're calling it in here. I's late. Yes, you're late. If you go back, you can see it. Anyway, there's a bunch of fresher quakes here as well. I'm not going to get into all of them. It's pretty simple. You guys can have a look on the map if you like. Not bad. Anyway, I just want to touch on this guy real quick. I didn't see him before. That is only 50 meters down, you guys. That is a 0.19. Happened at 10:13 a.m. And he's all by himself, so I'm thinking that is just something resetting itself back down. This other one here, that is a little bit deeper, 5.4 kilometers down, 7:53 a.m. So not going to worry about these other ones. I kind of already looked before, and they are all 4 and 5 kilometers down, so nothing really to worry about. That is it for right now on here. Time for a break, you guys, and we're going to see if we can throw you back into the lava somewhere. No, I'm not going to throw you in anywhere, but we are going to put it back on the screen for you to watch as I take my break. So we'll switch back over. Hopefully that song won't play. It didn't. All right. That's all good. So keep smiling and be good. Please, if you have not yet hit that like button, do give it a quick shot. That would be really awesome of you. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, and that would be really nice of you. And of course, that's only if you feel it's worthy. So let's do the break. I'll throw some music on. Trains are coming, and incoming bunny as well, for anyone who needs to know. And wow, Gura, thank you very kindly for that awesome super chat. That is very kind of you. 219 Swedish kroners, and that works out to, I'm not going to worry about it right now. That is awesome. Thank you kindly, Gura. And again, happy birthday to Gura. And Piggy, since you didn't see it, I'm just going to pop over there for a second. And that is for Gura's birthday today. So that's what we had put up for him. And hopefully you'll enjoy that. So happy birthday, Gura. And we really do appreciate having you here. All right, let's go back to that. We'll let it do its thing. And I am going to take a 5-minute break. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Don't go away. Keep smiling and play nice in the lava. And there we go. Welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And of course, I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream. And right now, what's on the screen is actually what we call canned lava. That is from back in September of last year. And that is Cumbre Vieja. And part of the reason that we show the older footage is because we don't have any new volcanoes that are doing any of this type of activity right now. So, and that includes Etna and all the others. Stromboli being very sneaky and quiet, and when it does erupt, the cameras don't seem to work. You know, a little stuff like that. So, pretty. Pretty awesome. Canned lava is just as good as fresh. Yeah, well, if you use the proper can, I guess it works. Thanks, Sharon. And Nancy Buchanan also in the house. Welcome, Nancy. I see a couple other people pop in. Diane Craig, welcome back. And let's see. Has the tracker what? Okay. I'm not going to get into that, Spooky. All right. Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was others that I may have missed. I don't think so. I think I got most of you wonderful people. In case I did, like Alan Coker, and I'm lurking. Alan is lurking. Don't bother him. He's busy. I'll be lurking a lot. No problem, Alan. You can lurk all you need to. We don't mind. I'll be lurking for the rest of the stream. Stay safe, all, and have a great weekend. No worries, Tom, and you enjoy your evening with Pepper and others there, and do your thing. I am going to pop over to some other volcanoes around the world, and we'll take a look and see what we can find. And of course, there we'll get over to the Azores and see what we've got happening there. Need to get myself in the right place here. Azores, that would be on that one. Tom Truelove, welcome. Glad to have you on board, and nice to see you again. Welcome back. Anyway, looking at Azores here, spotazores.com is where we get these pictures. They are updated, I think, once a minute or something like that, or once every, 8 or 10 seconds, I can't remember. Anyway, the lights you see over in the distance here, that is Pico Island. We, of course, are on the island of Seo George, or if you want to pronounce it in Spanish, Seo Jorge, and that is where we are. So that is what we're seeing. Normally, when you look at that scene during the day, I think I need to get myself there. Over there. Okay, that's kind of what it looks like. That's actually an evening shot, but that is Mount Montana over there on Pico Island is what you're seeing off in the distance. And again, as I mentioned, we are here on Seo George. So quick zip around, looking at our little cove shot. We see a lot of white water today. Rough seas or high seas, so not good for boating, and don't go out there. It's bad. You need a big boat. Big boats aren't so bad. And anyway, this is the other harbor shot, different view. Still some bright lights shining there, but not as bad as the one that they had in there yesterday. All right, let's have a look and see what we've got for earthquakes in the area. Make that screen just a little bit wider. When I checked earlier, we only had 2. I see a third one appeared, and that one, 1.8, 11:11 is the time. that it happened. It is definitely from today, and it is directly on the island. And then the next one we have is a 2.0, actually measured as a shaker of 3, which is indicated there, and it doesn't look too bad. It's still small. 1.7. Oh, I never mentioned the time. That was 12:26. The other one here, 17:53 was the time on this 1.7, and that is kind of what we've got there. So not big activity, but still a little bit there. Makes you wonder what could happen in the future. Of course, everything being on this map, everything being right in here, it's kind of hard to tell where anything is. The uplift, by the way, was on the opposite side here, and it has probably subsided a bunch. I don't know. I haven't really found out any information on it. That's the one thing. Everybody always talks about, hey, there's uplift, but when it stops uplifting and going back down, so where's the data? So that's a little bit hard for me to hunt down. Anyway, I'm going to refresh this one since it had some issues here. I actually tried to refresh it earlier. It wasn't cooperating, so they may have been down for a minute or so. Anyway, that is what we're seeing there. We do see one over there at 2.3 20 hours ago on the other island, and if we zoom in here, we do see our 3 quakes, the 2.2 13 hours ago, 1.7 6 hours ago, and the 2.0 11 hours ago. And again, their ratings here are a little bit higher than the other ones, and I kind of wonder sometimes why they do that. You know, their instruments, they're probably taking the measurement from the same instruments and then end up downgrading them for some reason. But don't know. I'm not the one making that up. It's the way they've done their thing there. So there we see our 3 that are actually on St. George, and the other one that is on the other island. And that shows 1 and 2 here as being on the surface. The other one, the 2.2, indicated as 8 kilometers down. The other 2.3 on the other island also indicating as a surface quake. Wow, that is a bigger ad, and it made it big for us all of a sudden. Interesting. There we go, 8 kilometers down. We do see these up here, and all 3 showing up there. So out of the total quakes, they're all accounted for, and those are our depths, and gives you a pretty good idea of what we got going on. So not bad all the way around. I hear noise coming from somewhere. I gotta wonder what it is. Do I have a microphone on somewhere else? Yes, up top. Gotta shut that off. It's the wind's starting to blow here, so I'm assuming that it is something to do with the wind. It's windy. We're supposed to have thunderstorms right now, so we'll see what happens. By the way, if we do have thunderstorms, I can't guarantee that the power will stay on if that actually happens, just so you're aware of it. Anyway, let's get on to our next site here, and we will move over and take a look at Popocatépetl, if I can find it in my wonderful list of volcanoes. Where the heck did it go? Yeah, maybe I'll try that guy. All right, that's a very poor looking screen. And if we go back a bunch in the day here, we can probably see it a little bit better. There we go. A frosty, snow-covered Popocatépetl snowed again overnight, so that was pretty interesting. Backed up a little bit more to see that's about 9 hours ago. That's 9:42 a.m. their time, and we do see the still off-gassing or pluming up here pretty good, although we don't see anything major coming out of it. And that is even earlier, about 10.5 hours ago. So looking not so bad this morning, and of course they are back into the soup of clouds and things for this afternoon. Okay, and that is what it is like right now from the other side. Hang on, we had some there. I wanted to go to about there. Yeah, that'll work. There you can see actually some really nice billowing coming out of the volcano, and that is pretty cool to see. So it is generating all those clouds. Are duck single? Why do you ask? I am single, but why do you ask? I've gone through the mayhem before, girl. Stay single. That's better. And yeah, it is a nice view, and we are looking at what's going on there. So pretty cool. Popocatépetl from the second view, and this is the other one here. Not sure what we've got going on, but that looks pretty nasty there. I will back up in time a little bit as well and see if we can get it out of the clouds. There we go. And that is about 8 hours and 40 minutes ago, and that is what that view looked like. So not bad looking at all in the morning hours, but afternoon it got into that cloud stuff, and not very happy looking. Mind you, that is the way it is. Okay, and of course this is well, they call it El Volcán de Colima, or Fuego de Colima, and that is south of Guadalajara, Mexico. And as you can see, it is right there. I don't believe that cloud is a plume from the volcano. It just happened to be behind it and looking like it. We are going to back up a bunch during the day here. This is about 6.25 hours back, and we can maybe see a little wisp coming off of there, but not a heck of a lot. Going back a little further, it gets into cloud, so that doesn't help us any. And the other direction, 4 hours and 45 minutes ago, very, very difficult to see what is going on, and that is unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to put that guy back to live, and there is what we see. Maybe it is off-gassing now, unless that's just another cloud coming over top of it. Very, very difficult to tell because we're such a far distance back. Leo Carlson, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And ESD also here. Welcome. Wow, some old regulars coming back to say hi there. ESD, welcome. I'm moving on, and here is this guy. We have seen this guy before, and let's see. Why am I looking at that? Okay, I gotta turn that off, and that, oh, hang on, that is the right one, never mind. I'm missing something here. I thought I had a video loaded for it. Let me see if I have an extra video here. Let's see. Fuego, where'd you go? let's see. Yeah, today, July 8th. Let's see what we can bring up here. This was because I suspected it would be hiding in the clouds and not showing itself. I did make a little bit of a time lapse this morning. This was from about 9 a.m. onward, just to give you a little bit of an idea that yes, Fuego is puffing and huffing and continuing to do its thing. So definitely working away with what we've got there. And there were some little eruptions. You see it just puffing out stuff. And it's kind of neat to see that. Pipe smoke. Yep. Smoke signals. It's signaling the other ones saying, hey, we're going to pop soon. And that's what we're going to do. So pretty awesome. Pardon me. Anyway, that was kind of nice to be able to capture that this morning as well. And I thought, hey, you know, because they aren't recording it, I can't slide back that far anyway. I might as well grab a little bit of that footage and just have a peek, and I'll let you guys enjoy that as well. Thank you for the 5-minute warning, Piggy. And that is pretty cool. So that should just about be over, and then we'll be done with that guy. I think it's over, or pretty close. One of the things you might notice there, off on the right-hand side, those aren't people standing on the side of the mountain. Those are trees, okay? Just so you know. And, anyway, that was pretty big, and you see a lot more material did come out and slide down there. So I hear a dial tone. I don't hear a dial tone. Did I get rid of it? Was there sound? I don't know if there was sound. Okay. On some of these, sometimes what ends up happening is they have audio in the background that I don't hear. So I turned it down. So hopefully it's gone now. Okay. Radio waves. Yeah, something getting in there and bugging us. Anyway, that is the end of that wonderful little video, and that is back to live right now. Pepsi cost. Wow. Thank you. I'm very much Irish monk. I'm going to write that down. Irish monk. And that is 380. 380 euros. Thank you very kindly. And that is nice. Okay. We got a couple minutes, and we'll have a quick peek over here at, of course, this is Merapi, and we typically look at it this way, get rid of that chart, and that is kind of neat to see. If we go back a little bit, Merapi did have a couple of spots where it did throw some material out. It wasn't massive amounts of material, but this was one of them. And you can see a little bit of bacon coming down. This was at 4:36 this morning their time, and that looked not too bad. Dr. Fox buys the next round. Oh, okay. All right. Next round of Pepsi, no problem. And that is all cool. And Vegan Crane, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. It's getting high by puffing. Yep. It's a bad thing. Don't be puffing. You're gonna wreck your lungs. And there was another one here. Want to get to this one. And that one had a little bit of bacon in it as well. Not a heck of a lot. Now, that was when it was still a little bit clearer in the background. You can see all those stars. That is pretty awesome to see. Of course, being a sky watcher, and I love astronomy, so it's one of those things to be able to see lots of stars in different locations. Pretty awesome. Anyway, that's what it was doing. So I'm going to leave that guy be. We're going to have a quick peek at Merapi. Sorry, that was Merapi. A quick peek at Semeru. And Semeru, they are looking at the crater close up. It's been doing a bunch of things here. And let's see if we can get back to one of them. I do believe that it was somewhere around here. If I go ahead a little bit, we should be able to see it shooting material up and out. Maybe, maybe not. If I had the right spot, yeah, I'm close. So there you go. That's what I wanted to see. And that is what we've seen coming out of Semeru today. So close up on the crater, and that looked pretty awesome to be able to watch it pop out. Now it's been very cloudy there as well, so very difficult to capture these moments in between the clouds. But that was a fair size plume that came out of there in comparison to a lot of the other ones. And kind of like it. Anyway, I do see it is break time, you guys, and we will take that break. And of course, before we do that, I'm just going to put this in the back a little bit more so you can see what it'll look like at night with the stars moving. This is not. This is the way that their camera is. This is not a time lapse. So they only record every 2 or 3 seconds, and that's what we're seeing. So that one was from 4:40 a.m. and you see all those stars streaking in the background there. Yes, they're streaking. Close your eyes. You don't want to see that. I'll leave that there. We'll put back to some lovely goodness for right now. And I am going to go take that break. So for all those good people who have not yet hit the like button, please do consider hitting it if you are enjoying the show. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, do give the subscribe button a quick bop, turn it from red to gray, and make sure you hit that bell notification. Let's see what else we need to add. Okay, bacon seeds. Yeah, we got bacon seeds after the break. So don't go away, you guys. Keep smiling, play nice in the lava. And I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I will be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go away. welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And awesome. DrFox. Okay. Thanks, Piggy. And thank you to Sue and Gura and Leo and Kevin and here's Doc. I can hear you. Sharon Stewart, thank you. And glad to be back. Here come the seeds. And yeah, you bet. We're going to get the seeds right away. There, I used my magic powers, stop that volcano in mid-track. And we'll get over to the bacon seeds. And hopefully I did this right. Oh, there's that one from yesterday. I think that piggy is scary. Let's see what we've got that's not as scary. So, there we go. Yeah, that guy is a lot less scary. Actually, I think he was scared and he ran and hid in the corner there. Anyway, I think he's okay, though. He's smiling. It's all good, you guys. So keep smiling. It's yeah, he's hiding. He's playing hide and go seek. Yeah. And here's our next little wonderful piggy, and that one looks like a lap pig, and I think he's feeling pretty safe and comfy and secure there. So pretty awesome, you guys. We like that. And another one coming up here, and that is this guy or girl. I think that might have been a husband and wife issue, and somebody's got a black eye and a bruise on its nose. Oh, hang on, that's just fur. Never mind. Yeah, it looks like a black eye. So, pretty nasty, you guys. Oh, let's get to our next wonderful bacon seed, and here's this one. This one is a little fluffy white one, very hard to see. Yeah, they should have maybe put them on a white fun fur. That would have really helped. Nice little pink schnauzer on them, though. Love it. Yep, fluffy piggy. And we do like that. That is pretty awesome. Okay, let's see our last bacon seed. It's like a bruise kit. Yeah. Here's our last bacon seed, and of course, this little guy is absolutely smiling and posing, and definitely a little piggy. We like him. What? Wow, the oldest MSN on Earth. Oh, oldest MSN. Anyway, that is your last bacon seed for today, and that is pretty awesome. We do like that, and just one more little one here I wanted to throw out, and Gura, make sure when you get your cake today that you don't make a pig out of yourself eating your cake, okay, Gura? So, and happy birthday again, Gura. Glad that you're on board and enjoying your day. All right, let's carry on, and we will get over to our other places. Pie eating contest. Yeah, that's about it. So let's see if we can, since you ate all the pie, we got to go find some ice cream, you guys. And hopefully we'll get to it. Not sure why my computer is revving up, but mouse is still moving. That means it's working. Oh, darn it, we missed the ice cream boat by just a few seconds. And there it is. It's leaving us. Darn it! The darn ice cream boat is leaving already. And that is kind of where we're at. I hate when the ice cream boat takes off early. Ah, boy. No ice cream for another hour or so. Let's see if I can get onto that screen. There we go. Maybe the other one will show up right away. That one goes this way, then there's another one that comes from this side here, and boots in here, and parks. So we'll have a look. Anyway, let's go have a look at the Sakurajima volcano. Unfortunately, it is under cloud cover, and it has been for a better portion of the day, but we do have a little bit of a better view of 5:39 a.m. and we see that there's a fair bit of smoke coming out, or off-gassing, if you will. I'm not sure what's all involved in there, but it is definitely producing that plume, and that's kind of what we've seen earlier in the morning. If we move ahead in the day, you can see how it got progressively worse and worse for visibility, and then it opened up for a little while. You can see right there, and a lot of smoke coming out at that point in time. I'm not sure what was actually happening inside there. Looking at the close-up view, that is what it is right now. If we try to find a spot where we can actually see something, very, very difficult with all that smoke in there. You can kind of see the top of the crater there, and a bunch of dragonflies. They have lots of those over there in Japan. They're about the size of I don't know. They're big. They're big dragonflies. Anyway, that is the crater. Lots of smoke happening, and it's amazing how they just kind of float in the air there. Extra wings. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. I'll put that back to live, and that is what it looks like right now. The smoke is so intense, we don't see it. Going to our next one here, this is Mount Fuji, and we don't see Mount Fuji very well right now either. If we go back in time a little bit, no, not much of it. We do see a little bit, but it was hiding behind clouds, so not good visibility in Japan, and that is kind of what we're seeing there at Mount Fuji, almost peeking out the top. Yeah, you can see a little tiny sniblet there, but that's not the actual top. Close, but no cigar. Anyway, Mount Fuji hiding. And this is the problem that we have with ASO right now. ASO is also suffering from clouditis. And let's see, we'll get it about here or so. And that you can almost see the rim of the crater out here, but you see how much rain is pouring down there. So there's probably a bunch of water going in, and we'll see it steaming quite a bit in the next couple of days, I'm sure. And let's see what we have out at Subanosi-jima. And wow, this is Subanosi-jima. I'm impressed. We have a picture, and we have about an hour ago. That's what it looked like, and it's still not the best picture, but that's a lot better than that pea soup shot that we had from previous times. And even at that, let me make sure that we are 7:20. That's as good as it gets. This, of course, 7:22 a.m. is the time on that. If we go back a little bit earlier, there was some smoke coming out, as you can see right there, and that is pretty awesome. That was at 6:52 a.m. Their time, so pretty nice. Yep, they've changed the view, and I'm just curious. I was going to go back a little bit more, but I see it goes into the soup very quickly here as well. So That's about 3 hours 45 minutes ago. And then when we go to about 4.5 hours ago, we see nothing. Going back a little bit further, there are actually spots during the nighttime where you could see a little bit. 2:30 in the morning, and don't see a glow though. I'm looking for a wonderful glow, and we're not seeing any lava, unfortunately. But yeah, that might be better for us in the future, and nice to see that they've zoomed in a little bit, and hopefully we'll be able to see more wonderful lava in the future, you guys. So that is pretty cool, and I'll leave it there for half a sec. I want to see if Taal is online, and no, Taal volcano is not online today. Double checking to see if Madame Rutsa is on either. No, neither one of them. So Taal Meditation and Madame Rutsa are both off. One of the things I seen today, actually, Taal Meditation did make a comment. He said sometimes what happens is their internet goes off for 3 or 4 hours at a time, and he wants to start it up in the mornings, and unfortunately there's nothing he can do to get it going, because there's just no service, and that is kind of the way it is. So we won't see Taal today, so our Taal is being short ordered. Gura, wow, you are awful generous today. Gura throwing in another 20 Swedish kroners, and I'm going to put that down. There we go. 20 Swedish kroners. Okay, so we popped over to Yellowstone, and Yellowstone is doing its thing. Right now they're not looking over at the other guy there, which is our old geyser, or old geezer. 1.5 kg rabbit food, delivery included if a monk gets past border control. Wow, Irish monk, that is awesome. Irish monk, and that is 820 euros, and gonna write that down. There we go. I don't know if you can get past the border controls when you have that hoodie up. That's gonna be pretty tough. Make sure you put that down so they can see your head. Yeah, make sure you hold that. I don't know if you walk around with a cross in front of you or not, but that might help. and hum a lot, that kind of thing. You'll get through right away. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that is good for right now. There. Let's see. We're not seeing a heck of a lot of anything else. I think I will pop over to Hawaii, and we will take a look there, and maybe revisit Yellowstone later. There is our wonderful Hawaii, and let's see if I can fix that. There we go. Me and Gura, okay, are a team. Okay, cool, and that is awesome. Thanks, Irish monk. Okay, so, yep, we are seeing what's going on there. Something in this picture that kind of bothers me, though. What's happening over here with our toe? It looks like it's something is broken, and we are going to have a look at it. Leo throws in an Australian $14.99 super chat for being the best volcano. For being on the volcanoes, best on volcanoes, Doc. Appreciate what you do for us. Oink oink. And thank you, Leo. That is very kind of you. Leo Carlson, and we'll get that written down. 14.99 Australian dollars. That is cool. Thank you kindly, Leo. Anyway, so that picture was from 3:11 a.m. in Hawaii. We're gonna take a look and see what it looks like now. And yeah, what the heck is going on here? Looks like something has broken off. And remember what I was saying here, we see all these cracks and everything, and this corner here, and we had the extra cracks in here, and it did break. It kind of broke and slid over, and it's blocking. I'm sure we're going to get another lava tube developing in there, and then in the future you may see this piece actually disappear. So definitely something changed there. The other thing I noticed here is our levels are much higher. We are no longer down a couple of meters in here, and we do still see our vent over here, or sorry, our lava tube holes that are showing. And you can see how this, of course, is coming in here and then streaming in various ways as it cools off and gets a crust on it. And then, but I'm going to be interested in seeing what happens over here in the future. If this is going to break out all the way along here and create a very large lava toe, if you will, or if it's going to continue and break all the way through here, and this piece will eventually disintegrate with lots of lava going through there. And that'll be very, very interesting to see what happens. Again, 3:12 a.m. For this shot, a little bit further back, of course, that's the primary vent location. It's kind of built itself up as a hornito there. And then we have a lava tube feeding this other little hornito where the divider tube is, and it kind of allows the lava to flow into that pond area. Going over to the other picture, still not fixed. I'm gonna try refresh. Nope, still not working, so that camera is down. And moving over to the thermal shot from 3:14 a.m. We do see right there that's that hornito that's sitting there, and here's the small one, the lava tube in underneath. But you can notice in this one, it's hard to see, but you can see there's a ring kind of around everything here. And this area in the middle, being a little bit darker, is actually raised up a little bit. We have fresher lava around the edges, and that has risen up or been uplifted. And I'm not sure if it sank back down to increase the lava level in here, or if we just have more lava flowing. It's pretty interesting to see. Anyway, we're going to refresh that guy real quick, and there we go. That is kind of nice to see. They're a little bit cleaner looking, and we can see our hornito there. Not so much lava showing in the tube or in the little hornito here, but we definitely see the extra lava in there. And there you can see what's happened with that toe. So it looks like it's that piece is broken off and kind of floated over and blocked everything up. What you probably also notice in here is this back area. 4-minute warning, thank you, Piggy. And anyway, we do see really fresh lava there going around. And again, still quite light in all of this area around the edges. So the darker area here, deeper color, that is cooler lava that it's dried out, dried and cooled a bit, I guess is what we call it. And it's kind of uplifted, and you can kind of sort of see it looks like it's got a little bit of a slope on the edges there. Unfortunately, the other shot that we normally look at from the other side here is what really kind of depicts it. But this time around, since that camera is not working, we don't see that at all. And I see we are very, very close to break time. Sue Hayes says Henry Nelson, according to CTV News, they don't know if it's a cyber attack and failure, a failure of programming or something else. Rogers couldn't estimate when service will resume. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I hope to get back on there. We want service, although I don't use their service. Rogers, AT&T, not really my cup of tea. Anyway, we're going to leave that there. Let's go back to Yellowstone, see if we are erupting there, and then what we'll do is we'll after the break we will take a look at no, Yellowstone is still not doing its thing, and after the break we can go take a look at our earthquakes in the areas and go from there. So I'm going to park it right there. I think we are pretty much at the break time, so please enjoy yourselves during the break. I'm going to put you back onto some lava. Oh, we're going to change that, so there we go, full screen, and that is pretty. Of course, that is Cumbre Vieja, and what is that? September 24th was the date on this one from last year, and that is what we're seeing. And kind of figured, well, we'll have a look. Anyway, you guys, for those who have not yet hit the like button and you're enjoying the show, by all means do. We're trying to get well over 100. And I see we are at 82, so we are getting close. And anyone who hasn't hit it yet, by all means, give it a quick bop if you can. That would be really, really awesome of you. Also, for those new people, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, by all means, do give that a quick bop. I see we don't have that many people in here right now anyway, but that's okay. And yeah, I'm hoping that we are going to find a new volcano here that's erupting soon, because I noticed my the less new material you have, the less people you have, and losing a few subscribers. So we got to try to get another volcano somewhere, get things to pick up a little bit, and go from there. So anyway, you guys, going for that break. Smile, keep happy faces on, and Gura, enjoy your birthday. And anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I will be back in about 5 minutes. And welcome, Andy Morgan. Glad to have you on board. Okay, I'll be back. Don't go away, you guys. go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. Glad to have you on board here. And thank you for the welcome backs from Gura and Sue and Leo and Paul and Kevin and Andy and whoever else. Thank you. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let's see. View count down due to Roger's outage. That could very well be it. That is probably part of it. Thank you, Sharon Stewart. And I'm glad you can hear me. That is really good. Anyway, let's see. Where did we leave off? We were going to go look at the earthquakes from Hawaii. Before we do that, we got to pop over and make sure that we realize our ice cream boat is there. And you guys can run down and get some ice cream before it leaves. And hopefully it'll switch for us in a second. Did it switch? Yeah, it did. Perfect. And I gotta pause my other one here. So that is pretty cool. We do see the ice cream boat sitting over there. And again, if you need to run down there, it's down this way, down that path there, and then you take a left down there just past that building, and the road goes right down to the dock. And just remember, they've got all kinds of flavors, so choose carefully. So that is pretty cool. Yep, we love ice cream. Anyway, let's get over to our earthquakes and see what they are doing for Hawaii. And we'll get on the earthquake map. There we are. And of course, we're going to zoom in on Hawaii. We do see this bigger spot right there just before we look at Hawaii. This is a new one, 5.8, very close to the Mariana Trench. And that happened 1743. So that is a very new earthquake. 5.8, a fairly good size shaker, and that is that. Just figured we'd have a look. Anyway, zooming into the Hawaii Islands and its former islands, if you want to call them those. We do see a couple of red spots here as well, and this is interesting. Seeing one out here, it's very rare that we see anything out there. That is 109 kilometers down, happened at 1745, and it's a 2.8 in magnitude. So a little odd, a little different, and nice to see. Zooming in a little bit on, of course, the big island of Hawaii, and we do see a red one over here at Kilauea. And I think we'll save that one to once we get over there. So we will have a look at this area first out here in the water. A couple of them in there. This 2.1 happened at 1336, 31 kilometers down. This guy here, 2.2, 1959 yesterday. So that is actually an older quake. This guy here from today, 11:38 a.m. and that is 2.1. And let's see, 2.1 there as well from 2:41 a.m. And then we have 1.7 from 3:33 this morning. We actually have a bunch less quakes in that area. That's interesting. 1.5 from 2:35 a.m. We have this 2.0 from 1:05 a.m. and we have this 2.1 from 9:19 a.m. and then we take a look at this other one, 1.9 from 6:06 a.m. and that one's a little deeper than most of the ones we see in that area. Usually they are between about 29 kilometers and about 35 kilometers down. This one happens to be 37.4, so a little bit odd, but I'm not going to panic. Sliding up here on Mauna Loa. First off, just real quick peek, Mauna Kea only have that older one there. Not going to worry about it, but Mauna Loa is looking a little interesting. Let's get these stragglers out of the way here. 1.75 kilometers down, 10:30 was the time on that guy. Then we go over here in this one right in the caldera, and that is 2:24 a.m. and it says a minus 0.8, so it's 800 meters above sea level is what that means, and that is well within the mountain here, within the volcano. And another little one, 1.2, that one was actually from yesterday at 22:23, and that was kilometer and a half above sea level. All right, we have a little swarm, so let's have a quick peek and see what it's doing. Some really little guys here, 0.7, 4.2 kilometers down, 11:58 a.m. This guy, 2.2, 2:25 in the morning, 1 kilometer down. This guy is 1.4, 10:44 a.m., 3.9 kilometers down. Zooming in because these two are stacked. 1.8, 6:42 a.m., 4 kilometers down, and right beside him, 1.9, 7:14 a.m., 4.1 kilometers down. Then we also have a 1.8 right there. 7:11 is the time, not the store, and 4.2 kilometers down from today, of course, and 0.8 right there. 22:39 yesterday. Not going to worry about him. 1.7, 3:29. I think we got that, and then we have 12:06 for that guy. 4.6 clicks down. 3.1 on that guy from 7:34. And 10:35 for that one, 3.2 kilometers down, and of course that was 2.5. This one here, 1.6, 2020 yesterday, 3.1 kilometers down. So that covers that little swarm. It's a little bit weird that they all be in that same spot, but they are. And we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens by tomorrow. Anyway, let's slide over. There's our wonderful Kilauea, and we do see this. Okay, this is right in that other old viewing area that Two Pineapples used to be in, and I think maybe somebody dropped something or something. It's 0.6 kilometers below sea level, and that happened at 17:48 today. So yeah, somebody dropped his beer or something. Anyway, that is what's going on there. Not sure exactly how well, this being a 0.6 of a kilometer below sea level, that I'd say it's about 1.8 kilometers down below the surface here. So I don't think anybody would have felt it, but they could have. That is it for Hawaii, though. We don't see any other earthquakes out there. Just this one was the oddity of the day, and surprised that it was there. Usually we see them pop out over here a little bit more. So not too bad, you guys. Anyway, zooming out, we will take a look and see what else we find really quickly around the world. New Zealand had a quake right there, 4.0, and that was at 11:53 their time, 238 kilometers down, or yeah, they're close enough. And of course we do see the Kermadec Ridge here, and then Tofua with the old ones Not going to worry about those. This would be on Vanuatu 5.4 from yesterday at 1901. Some of these are from yesterday as well. This one, 21:37 was the time on it. 45.6 kilometers down, 5.3. This one from today at 15:26, so 59.5 kilometers down as well. And this guy is 4.7, and that was from yesterday, 23:14. And looking for newer ones, we have a whole little stack right there. And this is the area where Semeru is. And of course, this is a subduction area. So this plate here is subducting underneath this area here. And we do have this. This is 4.8, 56 kilometers down. The other one here, 4.9, and that is 48 kilometers down. 16:50 was the time on it. I missed the time on the other one, 13:28. And then the bigger one right in between is 5.2 from 14:27, 36 kilometers down. So that one's a little higher up than the other ones. Interesting to see, and that may be why Semeru's got a little bit more activity today. Sliding over here towards where Krakatoa lives, and Krakatoa is there, and these, I don't know how they affect it, but 4.7, 10 kilometers down, 15:12 was the time on that guy. The other guy here at 17:36, 10 kilometers down, 4.5, and gives you something there to make it wonder if it's going to happen some more. That swarm continues out here. We have 4 more new ones on top, and that is 5.3, 10 kilometers down, 15:04 this afternoon. 4.8, that was from 13:16, 10 kilometers down. This one here, 4.5, 10 kilometers down. And again, these numbers are arbitrary since they really don't know the depth, so they just put 10 kilometers on it. And that's what that is. That one happened at 13:15. This guy here is also 10 kilometers down, 4.5. 15:34 is the time on that. So that swarm is still active, and we'll see what happens in the future with that. We had just looked at this guy. There's a brand new one right beside it, and that's a 4.6. Happened just a little while ago, and that is at 18:22 today. The other one, of course, being a 5.8. So that's an aftershock. We do see this little guy here, 4.3 out of Taiwan. That's 8.9 kilometers down, 5:57 a.m. Looking for bigger ones in other places around the world, we don't really see too many. This is interesting though, and I didn't notice this earlier. And Svalbard and Jan Mayen Islands up here, 4.5, and again 10 kilometers down. That was actually from yesterday at 1913. So interesting to see, and that tells me that we've got more continental, or the plate is moving. Okay. North American plate is moving somewhere. I don't know where it's moving, but it's moving. And that's it kind of for earthquakes in those areas. Let's have a look in the wonderful Canary Islands, and I'm going to refresh that just so we have it refreshed here, guys. Sorry about the white screen, and there we go. Zooming in, of course, those are the Canary Islands, Gran Canaria, right there, Tenerife, and of course La Palma, where the star is, and that's what we're looking for. Zooming in on La Palma, and speaking of La Palma, our Yvonne Kunkel is in Sicily until Sunday, and then she flies home. And I do believe it's the 15th. She'll be somewhere down here, Tazacorte, and enjoying her time there. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that guy right there is from today. Actually, this is already from the 9th, so that puts it in the future for me. And that is technically tomorrow, 6 minutes after midnight UTC, or their time. And that is a 1.5, 1 kilometer down. That is right in the Cumbre Vieja lava theater, if you will. And I'm pretty sure that that is something to do with lava cooling and contracting. We also see the 1.6, that is 2 kilometers down, same area, and likely something to do with the volcano as well. The old pipes cooling off and dropping down. Welcome, Brian Rock Rail fan. Glad to have you on board. Sneaking in near the end here. Pretty awesome. Okay, that's kind of it for the earthquakes there. Let's pop over to our volcano map, and I actually am going to refresh that. I haven't done that for a couple of hours here, and we'll see what we can come up with. So there's that new earthquake showing on this map as well, and we already looked at that. We do also have this 4.0 right here, and that is very close to the mid-Atlantic ridge. Of course, that is São Jorge out here in the Azores, and this is a Michael volcano. Down here, South Sandwich Islands, or South Sandwich subduction zone, if you will. I'm not sure how new that stuff is. We're going to have a look at those. Everything here pretty much looks normal. They took the orange off of Semi and made it yellow. That's interesting. So Semi is not actually putting out as much. The funny part is, when we look at that, Semi finally decided to show up and give us a picture. Okay, so now that they've moved it to an orange, it's actually doing something. And I thought, wow, okay. Or sorry, they moved it to a yellow from an orange. And that's what we can see it doing right now. This was from the last 24 hours anyway, so that's kind of what you see. We'll leave it right there. While we're doing this, I might as well look at the other ones. So current picture of Pavlov, we have none. That is our Great Sitkins. You can barely see it. It's over there. And of course, the other one is Davidoff. Or sorry, no, Cleveland, my bad. And Cleveland does not have any updated photos. So that is what we've got there. Going back to our map, let's see, no, wrong one, there we go. And got to get myself back on that screen. There. Looking at everything, not really anything too out of place other than the aforementioned already. Looking at this, though, this is interesting. There's no rhyme or reason why do we have stuff out here. 20 minutes ago, 5.8, 5.2, 5.3, 5.3, 5.0, 5.8, 4.9, 4.7, 5.0. So a whole little swarm there, and I don't know if there's actually any islands or anything in that area. It's just out in the middle of the water, and we'll have to take a look at what's happening on the seafloor there. later after the show, so be pretty interesting. Anyway, quick run through Luolatuk out here, and you've got Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa. We already looked at these quakes there. This is Ibu and Tukono, and then up here you've got Bulusan and Taal in the Philippines. We also have Baron volcano over here, and then we get up into Japan, Suwanosejima with the better view now, yay, and Sakurajima is the other red one there. Looking at what we've got here, Chikaretski is orange, Ibiko orange, and Karimsky orange. So Bezimiani and Shivalesh are the only ones that are left up there. And let's slide over a little bit. Down here, Heard Island volcano still there and yellow. Mayat still doing its thing. Old Doño still there, still orange, still throwing out black carbonate lava. And of course DR Congo doing its thing, and Urta Ale still red, erupting hot lava pit. I always like that place. It's interesting to see how that volcano just kind of sits there and simmers. Anyway, looking at what we've got here, Etna, Volcano, and Stromboli, and Campi. Campi hasn't done anything for a long time, and hopefully we'll see something come from Volcano in the future. And of course, Etna is scheduled to erupt on Monday, right after Yvonne leaves. Of course, our Yvonne Kunkel is down there in Sicily doing her work at Etna. So pretty cool. Hey, Duchess of Elements just popped in right near the end here, and welcome, and also welcome back to Sue Hayes. Glad you made it back in here. Okay, looking at what we've got there, that's pretty much it. Zooming out a little bit, and I think we will move on to our weather maps. So let me see if we can get on there. We're going to do the other one first, and that is our SO2 map. We use windy.com, and that certainly helps out. There we go. All right, so for those who need to do things, if you want to get windy.com, the settings we're using is the SO2, which I added in more layers under air quality, and you can easily find that and change it by clicking on it. Looking at North America, something I mentioned yesterday and in previous shows, because the north getting so warm, up to that 32, 33 degrees Celsius area, my concern was that we would have a lot of permafrost thawing out, and would start creating off-gassing methane, as well as CO2, SO2. You're going to have a real soup of whatever was frozen into the permafrost come up and out of the ground. And that is what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing all this SO2 up here. And that's kind of basically what it is. You know, there's not much we can do with it. Looking at the rest of North America, though, not too bad in Canada for the most part. Pretty normal when you're looking at the United States. Nothing major. Still seeing the flow across the Gulf and pushing it out into the Pacific by the looks of what we've got. Mexico City, of course, is doing a lot of it, as well as Popocatépetl, and it's a combined effort between the two. When you got 22 plus million people, and the volcano They will always do things. Um, what? How was 2 hours flown by so quickly? Seems like 10 minutes. I don't know. It goes quick. It goes quick, you guys. Anyway, we are seeing most of that SO2 flowing off into the Pacific. Nothing really new anywhere. A little bit here off the coast of Venezuela, but that is to be expected, I guess. Busy place. And then we see the standard stuff in Colombia and Ecuador and Peru. Looking at the Galapagos Islands, nothing out there. And of course, we do have in this area some heavy industrial stuff, as well as our. Why am I not seeing the cameras on there? There should be a camera right around here somewhere that isn't showing up. Maybe they're on Rogers, AT&T. Oh, never mind. Bad. That was my bad. Okay. Anyway, we do see that is blowing in the opposite direction and pushing it inland and then out over the Atlantic. I see this cloud is just about completely dissipated. Let's look at New Zealand real quick. White Isle volcano, even though it is listed as a green, it's still off gassing, and we see that flowing out there pretty good as far as gas. Looking down here, I don't think Leo's got his barbecue on. Leo, it's Saturday. You should have that thing fired up. I should be seeing a red plume there, but I guess not today. Probably some refinery stuff from this little puff here, but we do have a little bit of lighter area around Melbourne, and of course people do that, big people pollution. Dr. Fox, the ocean weather will be kind of offshore of Monkland, because Monkus is spending 3 days sailing with me, and she's a little bit terrified. So you want me to give you a good weather report? Okay, Irish monk, I shall do that. Too wet for a barbecue today? Okay. Well, we haven't got to that part yet, Leo. We'll see if what's going on. We do see this stuff north of Sydney. We know those are coal mines and coking plants doing their things. Sliding out here, we do see Tofua in Tonga, and it is still working away. And I'm still convinced that we are probably getting a little bit from our other volcano there, which is Hunga Ha'apai, which is basically a 750 meter deep hole down into the ocean floor. Anyway, Yasur and those guys here in Vanuatu are still doing their thing. Poor New Caledonia getting SO2 all over it. And of course, we have our Papua New Guinea guys still doing their thing. And it gets messier as we go along. Luolatok has got this little plume all dealt out. And here we have that red area will be Semeru, and then we have Merapi, and then the Krakatoa area, but Jakarta is also a very populated area and can be doing some of that. Okay, going up here, Ibu and Dakono, definitely still working on things. Bulusan, and not doing as bad as it could, but it's certainly still active. And we see most of this here is right from Manila, rather than from coming from Taal Lake and Taal Volcano. So that is just a generalized population pollution. That's what we're looking at. Looking out here in these other spots, I'm not sure if there's some off-gassing happening from other places. Sliding up Taiwan, general pollution. Not even going to look at China. And we do see a little bit of an increase here coming out of Suwanoshi-jima. We can't really tell what's happening at Sakurajima, but as we go up, we do know there's a heavy population in Japan, and we see some plumes coming off of everywhere, which is kind of interesting. So, as we mentioned before, these volcanoes, the bottom three here in kind of an orange state, and then Shivlish and Bazimiani, still in a red, and they are definitely still throwing out SO2. Looking at this, yeah, big pollution here. That's actually in Russia, I think. So, yep. Looking at the rest of the world, India still doing its thing, and sliding down into South Africa. Definitely smelting plants down there, and same thing with what's going on here. We've got, in addition to coal, of course, we have different stuff there. There's also steel smelting there, and then the volcano as well. RTVE, hard to see if it's doing anything, but we know the pollution from Saudi Arabia is kind of hampering our efforts to be able to see. Here we see that we have a lot less coming from Etna, and very little in comparison to what we've had before from Stromboli and Volcano. And Etna has eased up. Unfortunately, most of that is heading over to the eastern portions, and even Piggy will get some of that out here on the island of Kos. So that is where she is. Sliding up, doesn't look too bad in Europe as far as SO2 levels. Iceland is clean. Ireland is clean. Yeah, Iceland there. Norway, Sweden, Finland, looking pretty spiffy. Same thing with Denmark. A little bit in Germany, and not too bad the rest of the world. So that's kind of the SO2. Let's have a quick look at what we've got here in actual temperatures, and then we'll have a look at storms. So I renewed it, refreshed it, so we are up to date. And again, what I was talking about, all that SO2 that was happening up here, and you can see these areas, 30, 31 degrees, 32 degrees, depending on where you are. And that is just a tremendous temperature for up there. And I can assure you that a lot of permafrost is being melted. It doesn't take long for 30 degrees Celsius temperatures to melt stuff down underground, and 2-3 feet or a meter will happen within 2 or 3 days. It's been like that for the last week and a half. So we're going to see some more up there. The other problem that you have up there is, as that stuff thaws out, it becomes a muskeg type material, and it can be very dangerous for animals or humans for that matter. Going across some of those bogs, you will just start sinking, and there's nothing to hold on to save you. So that's something to be aware of if you're ever traveling up in the northern portions of Canada. Stay away from the mushy stuff. If you see your feet starting to go down into it, back up and get out. So anyway, looking at those temperatures, pretty warm up there. It's actually warmer way up north than it is here in Edmonton. And of course, Canada doesn't look too bad. Prairies, relatively nice. We get over into the eastern portions, past Ontario's kind of halfway in, and then Montreal, or sorry, Quebec, I should say, and those areas a little cooler out here in Newfoundland. Not too bad out in Nova Scotia and PEI. I guess the Gulf Stream here is keeping it a little bit warmer. Awful hot down in Texas, and also in Arizona, 44 Celsius. I see, and a couple of spots there, horribly hot, and that is pretty nasty. And hopefully things will get better. Hey, Mona Alfano, crashing in the last minute. No worries. We still have a minute or two to go. So, yeah, very, very hot in Texas. And all of Texas pretty much is cooking. And then as we move eastward, Florida holding a good 28 degrees. A little bit warmer in Alabama, back to 28 in Georgia, sliding up a little bit here, and we see South Carolina, North Carolina, a little cooler, and getting up into those other areas, Vermont and PA and everything. Not bad, not bad. You know, could be worse, could be better though as well. That's pretty good. Looking at Central America. Pretty normal. There's nothing really outrageous there. Same thing with the Caribbean. And then looking at the Amazon, I don't know, some spots look a little bit cooler. The higher peaks, possibly a little bit cooler. But looking at the main areas there, still holding 25, 26 degrees. Not bad. Here's our wintertime cutoff marker, just, pardon me, north of Buenos Aires, and a little bit cool for Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. There we go, got it out. And cold. I don't even want to talk about this. It reminds me of winter. Yeah, you've seen that, right? Minus temperatures, and we want to stay away from those. They've got a big storm down there, so that's kind of what we've got. Sliding over to New Zealand, we see this low sitting here, and boy, is this ever curving around, and it's being drawn into the other low that we did see both of these yesterday. And seeing what we've got here, yeah, it's winter time in New Zealand, you guys, and we do have some minus temperatures in there as well. So stay warm. Southern island of New Zealand, stay warm. And looking at what we see, Northern Ireland, not bad out here. 17 degrees. That's not too bad. Could be a little bit warmer, but I'm sure for wintertime temperatures that is acceptable. This high is probably the culprit that is throwing up all this cold air. And we are seeing Tasmania actually not too bad. I figure it would be colder in Tasmania. Around the edges, we're seeing 9-10 degrees Celsius, so not too bad. Looking at Melbourne, and I think somebody brought that up on the screen. Says 11 there. I've got a 10 on the map here, but pretty close. And they're 12 over in Adelaide. Not bad. And we see that air that's coming from this high here is being pulled around high temps or high pressure, pulling in a low temperature air. Sydney sitting at 13 and going up. Brisbane at 15, 14, 15 in that area. Going over to Perth real quick, 17, a little bit warmer there. they've got that pull from here coming down. So looking not bad temperature-wise anyway. Northern portions, yep, 27, 28. That's not bad. Don't let the gators get you though. And looking at our Philippine, Malaysian, and Indonesian areas, quite warm. Sue brought up the weather for Bangkok. Yep, there we go, 27 degrees Celsius and 85% relative humidity. There we go. And that's back to normal. That is the normal temperature for there. It's 27 or 28 degrees typically, and 85% relative humidity typically in Bangkok. And just ask Tony Flabby, he'll tell you. Anyway, looking at it, we do have another low sitting in between the Philippines and this area. So like we're gonna possibly see another storm develop there. This is the other storm that's out here. I can't remember that name offhand, but it's there. Airy, there we go. I figured I'll zoom out, we'll see it. Looking, and we've got quite warm temperatures, southern islands here of Japan, even looks like South Korea basking in some sunshine, even North Korea for the most part looking not too bad for temps. Moving up Japan, they've got some colder air in some spots, probably this storm pulling some of that cold air in. Kamchatka Peninsula is heating up, and that is actually pretty warm for there, and again makes things interesting. And they too seem to have some problems here with real hot temperatures up north. And yeah, you can bet your booties there's permafrost up there too. Sliding back down here, we see very hot in China, and looking at actually India, southern portion, not quite as warm, but once you get up in the northern bits here towards Delhi and that, quite normal. That's normal, I guess. Same thing with Pakistan, and then looking at Iraq and Iran and those areas. They are still pretty hot. Saudi Arabia cooking as usual, and here is our Sahara Desert. A lot of those places are really hot. These are nighttime temperatures here of 37, 38, 39 degrees, depending on where you are. That's incredibly hot. Can't sleep in that. Looking at what we've got here, Spain looks not bad. Nice temps for a nighttime, a little bit warm, but pretty good. Same thing with Portugal. Sliding over, having a quick peek at Sicily, 20, ranging from about 16 to about 23, 24 degrees, depends on where you are, 25, there we go. And a little cooler, cooled off a little bit in the main portions of Italy. I'm going to check Piggy's temperature here on the island of Kos. Yeah, she's still about 24 degrees Celsius at Piggy's house. Hey, Trojan Pony is here. Welcome, Trojan Pony. Anyway, zooming back out, we'll have a look here at France, holding pretty steady for a nighttime temperature, not bad. Same thing with Germany and Poland, and I would say the same for Holland and Belgium, and England, a little bit warmer. Wales, a little cooler, and looking up here in Scotland, definitely a little cooler. Looking at Ireland, and Ireland is not bad. We're looking at 13, 14 degrees, and I'm sure the Doolin area will be not bad. Let's see, will it allow us to see that? Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So you probably have about 13 degrees out there, Irish monk, and that is not so bad. And looking at what we've got here, we've got a high pressure system sitting off the coast. And so if you're planning to go and do some sailing, you're going to have some warmer air anyway. So that'll be nice. Anyway, looking at a little bit warmer compared to Germany. It's actually a little warmer here in Denmark. Pardon me. Oslo, not, or sorry, Norway, not all that warm. A little bit warmer in Sweden, and the bottom portion anyway, or the inland side. We do see the higher peaks, of course, will be cold, and we see the same thing over here in Finland. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. A quick peek at Iceland, that warmer air keeping us at 7 or 8 degrees, 9 degrees Celsius on the peninsula, and about the same all the way around. Some spots a little bit higher, up to 11. Not bad for, that's normal temperature for Iceland. So nothing to be freaked out about. And here, of course, is what we call the Gulf Stream, and it is bringing up a lot of that warmer air, and that is what's making it into Europe, giving good temperatures. So I'm gonna actually we'll switch right here, and there we go, and we're gonna have a look at the storms real quick. Looking at what we've got over Alaska, we do see that storm right off the coast there, and then we have variable thunderstorms all over the place, and it'd be in the Yukon, British Columbia, Alberta, and going all the way out to, into Manitoba here. So Canada well covered, up really high here in the north. We see lots and lots of ice rain. Don't like that stuff. Eastern Canada, we see that low system sitting right on, it almost looks like right on the border of Quebec and Newfoundland. And then we do see, not bad for Nova Scotia, but the other areas are looking a little bit on the cool side, sliding down a bit. The eastern coast of the United States, it looks like Florida's a little bit out of the woods as far as all those thunderstorms, but we definitely have a lot going on in Georgia, and going up here, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. So, pardon me, those guys are being hit pretty good. South of Chicago, around, well, I see Indianapolis is there, but it's actually St. Louis, Missouri, in that area. Illinois, anyway, getting nailed in a lot of those areas up there. It's not so good. Storms in all that hot weather, of course. Looking at what we have here in Texas, so those are a little bit more isolated. It's not as organized of a storm system. Same thing with what's going on in Colorado and New Mexico. A little bit here in Arizona on the south eastern side, so not as much. I don't see any rain in California or Oregon until you get over here. And of course, this is just about sitting on top. Well, Yellowstone would be right here. So this is in Montana, and Yellowstone would be right there. So Wyoming's got a little bit, but nothing major. And here's Vancouver Island, and Vancouver, and yeah, I see the stuff that's coming. And of course, that is where I am, and we're supposed to be getting more thunderstorms. Mind you, these maps sometimes are a little bit crazy because yesterday they showed us being in thunderstorms and it was sunny out, and I kind of question the map makers. All right, sliding down a little bit, zooming back out, we do see that equatorial storm I always mention, and it is definitely there, being prominent. We see Bonnie has moved away from the coast a bunch, which is a good relief, but we have another low pulling in there and another one sitting over here on the Yucatan, so that's probably creating all the extra cloud for our Central and Central America and Mexico. Looking at what we have going on over here in Japan, there's that, what's that storm called? Eri. There it is. I keep forgetting the name. But that is nailing it there. We also have another system just to the southwest of it, and that is also wreaking some havoc and sliding over here. Did I give that guy a name yet? No. So this is that other low spot in between the Philippines and I guess it would be Cambodia there. And that is kind of what we're seeing. Lots of sparks, thunderstorms all over the place. Looks like a little bit of reprieve for down in the southern areas here. A little bit of rain in some spots, but it looks like Indonesia is looking better. Papua New Guinea is still getting nailed with some stuff. Moving over here, we see there's that nasty hook and that low I mentioned, and it's just pounding the southern island of New Zealand. And we're getting some rain and a little bit of thunderstorms on the North Island as well, but the main problem is right in here where this thing is just making landfall. And it's kind of weird because it's drawing that up and then just poof down, hitting the mountain range and causing snow and horrid amounts of rain in some spots. Looking at Tasmania, not too bad. They are getting some rain on the southeastern side. I'm sure Hobart is holding its own, though that's not too bad of a storm. And here's what Leo was talking about. I was saying it's too wet. What? Jumped in at the end. Sorry, but I got a thumbs up. Hi, Dr. Fox and all the lava lovers. William, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Even if you are late, just make sure that you give your note at the office there. Anyway, pretty much normal stuff in the other areas of the world. Not going to go over too much here. Let's have a look at Europe and just take a look. We do see Greece has got some storms, and Piggy, if you're listening, you might get some weather, and that would be probably a welcome sight if they got some rain there. And of course we see it's raining in some spots in Italy as well, and definitely Sicily needs a good soaking. Looking at what we've got, nothing in Spain, France, Germany has a couple little spots there. Looking at dry in Holland and Luxembourg and Belgium and Wales and England, and Ireland is even dry. No rain. North Ireland, a little bit stuff there, nothing serious. Scotland's got a couple of spots. I'm surprised Scotland is dry. And looking at Norway, yeah, there we go. There's all of it for Norway, and they've got a variety of everything along that coast. All those poor fjords, and I have a hall pass. Aww. Who gave you the hall pass, William? I'm curious. I don't remember signing a hall pass for you. Anyway, I love it. Looking at that low, looks like a little bit of water coming down in the kind of central areas here of Sweden, and nothing major though. So that's kind of what we're seeing. Take a look at we have this storm here. I don't know what's going to happen with it, if it's going to crawl back around that low, maybe, but that is bringing a lot of warm air up with it, and that will work. You're tardy, and this is no tread. No tread? Not tread? Okay, anyway. Looking at Iceland, no precipitation as per se, so not too bad. And yeah, I think we're just about there. I'm gonna zoom out. I don't see any real other places that we need to look at. Always find it fascinating to see how this stuff down here in the open ocean areas is all swirling around, and lots of snow and stuff, and I don't know if I want to ever be on a boat down here anywhere. But that's kind of what we see for today, you guys. So it's interesting looking, and not too bad. We're going to put this back on temperature. I'm going to go and find myself the cold temperature. I already see a minus 70. Somebody said earlier, I think minus 73 or 74. I'm not sure where they found that, but I'm not going to go try to scroll back up. Oh, it's minus 73. Coldest you found? Okay, thanks, Sue. And yeah, I'm kind of wondering where that was. There's 71 and 72, 73 right there. So we did find minus 73, and that is the temperature we'll go with for today, minus 73 degrees Celsius. So remember, people, wrap your penguins up before you send them off to go play in the snow. On that friendly note, you guys, I think it is time to wrap things up. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Those are wonderful people that hit that like button. That really does help out. I see we are only 5 away from getting up the rest of the way. Looks like somebody's been messing around with the bunny bowls. Oh, I got 2 bunnies in there, and oh, okay. It's Curly as well as BB at the same time, but the bunny bowl was actually pulled out of the dispenser. I'll have to go back and see what the heck is going on there with that. Somebody is messed up. Okay, anyway, I'll look back at that in a few minutes. Big thank you, of course, to those wonderful super chatters. And I'm going to go through these. Irish Monk, and then Gura, and then Gura, and then Irish Monk again, then Gura again, then Irish Monk again, and Leo Carlson. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate the wonderful super chats. That is awesome of you, and I thank you very kindly. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of you that is in here as a member, supporting the channel. You guys are awesome as well, and I really do appreciate that. And I do want to say a thank you to all of you, though, because it is all of you that make this show go. And I thank each and every one of you for being here today, and that is really, really awesome. Who forgot? We need 2 more. 2 more to get it to 100. So if there's somebody out there that hasn't hit that like button yet, give it a quick pop. It really does help out. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that as well. Big thank you to Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas Snow, Joseph Fields officials, and the rest of the moderators that might be in the background. You guys done an awesome job, and that is really cool. And on that friendly note, it is time for me to get off of here. One more time, just to say happy birthday, Gura. And I'm glad that we were able to say happy birthday to you and share that with you. Barder Bear, I put a thumb up, and it's not easy for a woolen bear. I know, that's kind of, especially when your your slippery fur slides off those keys, Barder Bear. We know that happens. Anyway, good stuff, everyone. I do appreciate it. So if anybody hasn't hit that like button, please give it a quick bop, and we would really, really appreciate it. And on that friendly note, I am going to say my final good nights here. So thanks again, everyone, for being here today. And take care of yourselves. Remember, tomorrow is Saturday, so the show starts 3 hours earlier than today. Okay, keep that in mind, please. And that would be pretty awesome. And as it goes, please make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You've watched VolcanoX, and I do appreciate every one of you being here. Good night, take care, stay safe, and oink oink.